no woman wants to be told that they're big, especially as a dancer. And that kind of, I was like, oh, well, I need to fix that, don't I? So I was, kind of experimenting with bulimia and a little bit anorexia and like how much can I exercise and how faint can you feel? It was not good. I ended up developing nephrotic syndrome, which is a kidney disorder because I was taking diuretics and laxatives that were, messing up my system. Once I went to the doctor and realized that, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be healthy. But you're right. It was something I can control. And a lot of young women and men too sometimes develop eating disorders because they're looking to find some kind of control in this out of control spiraling world sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
And it does make sense. You can't control somebody who you love, who should be the one of the most important pillars of your life, and you're watching that just spiral. There's
Yeah.
no control. I mean, if you remember crises with your mum and you're like, just please, please, please get in the ambulance, that the police is going to drag you away. And there was no getting through to her. There's no control. They will do what they want to do. And when you're going through that as a child, I mean, I read that you also had ambulances and police cars, and that's such a
Yeah.
traumatic situation
Yeah. That was
to live through
it.
as a child.
It was this, and I would hide. I remember hiding in the closet, like if they, because my mom would scream, like, "Don't take me away from my daughter," and it would just, I wanted to do something, but I knew I couldn't, and it was hard for my dad, calling 911 on someone you love and knowing that you're not sure where they're going to go, what the system, people end up in an ER, and then there's some great hospitals but sometimes there's not a bed. So they go where there's space. And thank goodness, my mother had my dad and me because there are plenty of people out there that don't have family members or family members who've given up and who are exhausted. And people aren't getting the help they need. And because you really have to be an advocate for someone who's suffering, living with a mental illness. You really do.